Hi there, stampers and crafters. My name is Tami White from stampwithtami.com, and welcome to my online class. Today we are going to be making pop-out Z-fold cards. They're really easy, super fun because they have a little surprise inside, and I've got a whole bunch of them to share with you after the class and after we get started with the stamping. But first, I want to welcome you all on board. I am recording this live right now. We are. It is, I don't even know the date today, the 20th, February 20th. But anyways, so I'm happy to have you guys all on board. While you're getting on board, I'm live on Facebook and on YouTube right now. And I have some really cool cards. I'm gonna, bounce down on the table. Let me share these with you guys. This is what we're gonna be making today. They're super fun, right? Really, I mean, they're really easy, but they're really fun. I'm gonna be using the birthday celebration for our sample. Oh, this one's not. Ooh, shh, don't tell anybody. Anyways, they are very fun, easy, and these are great if you are just getting started, because believe it or not, the samples that we're gonna be doing are no stamp cards. Believe it or not, yes, that's true. I'm gonna be doing, I'll share all of that with you in a minute. It's great to see you guys. Thanks for coming, and let me just tell you a little bit about what's happening right now. It is my Stamp It Demonstrator Group's spring blog hop, which means in addition to today's class, we also have a whole bunch of amazing projects to share with you guys. You can get them on my blog, which is linked in this video's description. It will bring you right to this project's page. You can check out all of the awesome ideas, and you can enter to win our giveaway. I always like to have a giveaway when I have a live stream class, and they're always free to enter. However, they sometimes have different ways to enter. And this, when it's blog hop time, the entry is a blog post comment. So you want to pop on over there. You want to pop over there anyway, so you can take the tour and check out all the amazing projects, and then you can enter to win. And you can enter to win our giveaway multiple times simply by leaving a comment on each of the blog posts. So, one comment per post gets entered, and good luck to all of you. We're giving away the Painted Wishes card kit, which is a beautiful card kit. Absolutely love it. All right, so let's take a look at what we're doing. So we're going to be doing the pop-out Z-fold, and there's a couple different styles. So at the end, I'll share some other ways of doing it. But this one right here is pretty basic. And I think we'll get started with, I'm going to do a bright color template just so you can see how the different pieces go together. And after we do that, then we'll make the card. So I'm going to start with just some brightly colored pieces here. Now, after we're done with the project, and I have a whole bunch of cards to share with you guys that I've created using this technique, and then I will roll out tutorials for all of those over the next couple of weeks. It takes a long time to write all these tutorials, so I love to do that for you guys for free, but unfortunately I can't do them all at once or videos would never get out. So I have a free tutorial for you for the cards we're making today, and I will have them for the rest of the projects coming soon. So you can download this while you're over there taking the blog hop tour as well. All you need to do is click on the link in the video's description, or go to stampwithtami.com and download this. And you want to do it anyways because it has the dimensions for everything I'm using today. So I'm going to, I'll tell them to you, but you don't need to be writing them down or anything because I've got it all there for you. And I've even got a little diagram to show you the pop-out mechanism just to make it easy for you to recreate these cards, because they're super easy to do and very fun. So first, it's a standard size card base. This is a half of an 8.5 by 11. I'm just using some bright colors right now. So what I'm going to do is score it at 2 1/8 and 4 1/4. So I'm just going to take the scoring blade, which on this, I'll just make sure you can see that, is the lighter of the two levers there. And basically what that's going to do is score it in half and then quarter one side. So we're going to have the Z-fold. So this is a pretty easy, basic when you first get started. The Z-fold card is like one of the first fun folds because, that's it. It's that easy, and it looks really cool, and it stands up and looks awesome. So now we're going to take it a step further and we're going to add a little pop-up mechanism. So I've got a 1" by 5" strip here, and we're going to score that at every inch. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And always when you're doing kind of unfolds like this, always want to use a bone folder to kind of make sure that they're scored really well. Make sure those score lines are done well. That I think is the key to the card in the end is having those score lines burnished really well. I know it's the little things, right, that make the biggest difference. Now, when I put the pop-up mechanism together and when I attach it to the card, I'm going to recommend that you either use tear tape or Seal Plus, a stronger adhesive than I'm just using regular seal for the video. I would not recommend actually using that though for your actual card because I don't think it's strong enough for the card. I think anytime you're doing a pop-up, you want to, or any type of interactive card, you want to use like a stronger adhesive, but just in the interest of the video. So what I've done is I folded it in half and just kind of attach. So we've got a square. Now I folded it flat and put adhesive on the corner there on 2 of those. And I'm going to take it and stick it right in the middle of the card base. And that is our pop-up mechanism right there. Now, when I'm making the actual cards, I would recommend doing the same color as your cards so you don't notice it when you're doing your cards. But because this is the sample and I want you to be able to see everything that we're doing, I just use bright colors here. So I've got squares that are 2" by 2". Now, you're going to see in the samples after that, you do not have to do squares. You do not have to do 3. You can do 1 pop out. You can do circles. You can pretty much do anything. So I really want to see what you guys take off and come up with after this. So be sure to share them in my Saturday Facebook share because I love to see what you guys are doing. All right, so what I've done is I've taken adhesive because I'm doing the square sample. I've got 3 squares the same size, and I put adhesive. Now I've got them in diamond orientation as opposed to square orientation, and I've put that adhesive just on one side, and then I'm going to, and just because it's easier, I'm going to close that. So I only have adhesive on the back of this part because if you put it on the back of this part, it's going to stick your card together. So we got 1, and then I'm going to line that up. Now, if you do 2" by 2" squares, actually, I guess maybe you want it maybe 1 7/8. No, actually 2 by 2 will work. It'll work, but I think maybe 1 7/8 might be a little bit better. And then I'm going to take this last one, and I'm putting the adhesive right on the square rather than on the pop-up, but you could do that either way. Just make sure that you don't, doing it on the square, make sure that you don't get too much so it goes over the pop-up part. So that's going to stick, and I just want to show you where I'm sticking it right on top of that. Okay, so now that's it. That's our card. Woohoo, that's it. Yay. So told you, super easy. It's kind of a step up from our basic Z fold. Gives you a little interactive pop-up in there, and there's a lot of different ways to do it. So now that we've done this, when I do recreate the tutorials for all of the other samples that I'm going to share with you guys after, this basic template that I've put right here is pretty much how you're going to do all of the bases of all of the cards. The difference will be what's on the card. So you can use this for any of those cards to put your bases together. Okay, Deborah, love to have the instructions. Absolutely 100% for those of you popping on late. As always, I have tutorials for you, and they are on my blog at stampwithtami.com. You can click on the link in the video description and download those and get all of the information for what we're going to be working on. All right, next up. Now let's make the actual project. Okay, so the project I'm working on today is from it's called the Wildflower Birthday Suite, but it's a birthday celebration. It's the same one I just did a Cardapalooza with that has been out of control, out of control. I'm like, I keep putting a deadline on it, and then I keep getting like bombarded with messages. I missed it, I missed it, I missed it. So I've opened it up again in case you are one of those people but haven't messaged me. The Cardapalooza is until Sunday. You have until Sunday, and you can get the Cardapalooza. I'll share the cards or a couple of the cards with you at the end of the video. It is using this same suite, so the same die cuts, and it makes, how many cards did I say? It makes a lot of cards. Over 16. It actually probably makes more than that. I just have 16 designs, but I think it makes like umpteen million cards if all you need is more paper. It's amazing, and it's a really cool kit. So you can get more information on that on my blog. All right, so let's get started. Let me share the suite with you first so you can see the products we're working with. Everything that I'm using today, you can purchase in my online store at stampwithtami.com. And in fact, if you go to the link in the video's description, I have direct links right to everything. You can see everything right on that on the PDF. You can also see it right on the blog, and you just literally click the link and it brings you right to anything you want more information on. I try to make it easy for you guys. So the birthday celebration is the stamp set. Now, I mentioned earlier, this is a no stamp card, so I'm not actually using the birthday celebration stamp set, which is part of the whole collection. So I'm not using that on this one, but I did want to point out some cool things with this. It matches everything we're using. Everything's kind of available separately, or you can get it together, but it's all made to coordinate. The numbers are I think the best part of this bundle. And the reason why, okay, I know I said I'd share these at the end, but I'm going to pop them in now. This is my Cardapalooza card designs, is because when you have a special anniversary or birthday, or, you know, a special time that's coming up that has a milestone, you can change the numbers to be whatever it is, 50th anniversary, second birthday, whatever it is. And I think those numbers are just fantastic. So, and you can see how beautiful these cards are. I mean, everything is amazing with that suite. So next up, just the paper is where the magic is at after that. And the reason why, and this is what we're going to be working with today, is this paper, because it's called Wildflower Birthday. It's got, you can see gold foil in it. It's got 2 of each of these pages. I'm just going to go through them really quickly so you can see this one I used on the pretty and pink card. And each one is just stunning. I think I'm going to work with this pool party today because it's really pretty. And I don't know, I'm just obsessed with it. And this is just, it's a great kit. Now this one I don't have opened yet. These are, I just want to show them. These are part of the pack. I have like 5 packages that I'm working with right now. That's how many of these cards I have made. So much I like the kit. But these actually are all die cuts. So the whole card that we're working with today has die cuts from this designer series paper. They just pop right out. And so that just makes it quick and easy to work with. And we just came out with this last month. These are really cool. In addition to that, you can also get designer series paper with a sticker sheet. So if you're a scrapbooker or you like to work with these, you can also get the matching sticker sheet to go with the coordinating paper. So it's a little bit about the paper that we're using today, and a little bit about how that goes. The last thing I want to share before we get started is the words. Again, it's a no stamp card today. These are fantastic. So these words, and it comes with 2 of each of these sheets, has every occasion you could possibly want. So what I recommend doing is, if you're making the cards, put them all together, leave the words off. And when you haven't, just put them all, you know, in your little box. And when you have your occasion, you just grab your greetings for all ephemera pack, pop out whatever words you need. If it's a sympathy, a birthday, you know, whatever it happens to be, and boom, that's, you got it. You know, like, it's just, it makes life so easy, and they're already die cut and everything. They just literally just pop out. So those are the words that I used. And the ephemera pack wasn't part of the suite. That was just the words that I'm using. These are part of the suite, available individually or separately. And that's some mesh ribbon and the party dots. We are using the party dots on today's card. Okay, so coming in. I'm going to go with the Pool Party Designer Series paper because I thought, I don't know. I'm just kind of obsessed with that, the gold in it. And I think it's really pretty. So again, we're going to start with our scoring. And again, it's all on this PDF. And it just occurred to me that I'm missing a piece here, but that's not a problem. We can fix that. All right, so I'm going to score this at 2 1/8 and 4 1/4. And that's going to give us our Z-fold, our regular Z-fold to start with. Now, it just occurred to me that as I had everything ready to go here, so it would go nice and quickly, that I have forgotten the actual pop-up mechanism, which we're going to want. So let's see, is this the right size? I'm just grabbing things from underneath my desk. Glad I have that handy little secret stash there. And I'm going to cut this to 1 inch by 5 inches. It kind of does match the nails a little bit, doesn't it? That was completely coincidental. Totally. I got them done today and I was like, I like the blue. I'm not normally a blue person, but for some reason, maybe this is why. Maybe I've just, I subconsciously thought, oh, let's match. Let's go matchy-matchy. So I'm scoring this at every inch. It's a 1 inch by 5 inch strip, and I'm scoring it at every inch. So we've got 1 inch, 2 inch, 3 inch, and 4 inch. So that's going to give us our pop-up mechanism. And again, we want to make sure we get those score lines really well. Did that go right the way we want it? Yeah, that'll work. I feel like it's a little short, but it doesn't matter. It's going to work. Actually, that looks like it scored pretty good. Let's score this one really good. Pool Party is the color here. So now, and again, I would work with Seal Plus or Tear Tape or something stronger than the seal that I'm using in the video, because I think that you want something stronger for this card. So I'm just going to share. I want you to be able to see it there. What I'm doing, I'm making a square out of that little piece there. And then I'm going to squash that square. Squash it. And put adhesive on both. So we've got adhesive here on 2 sides. You know what though? Before I put that on, we want to decorate the card base. So we're just going to put that aside. And I've pre-cut these pieces. I left this piece because I wanted to share a little tip. Anytime I'm working with a large area here of foil that I know I'm going to cover up and I think, oh, that is just criminal, right? So I'm going to cut out the middle of this piece of gold. It's going to end up being a mat in the card. And I'm just going to do it really quickly. I'm going to put this at 1/2 inch, right? So I'm going to start maybe 1/2 inch down and go to 1/2 inch from the end. And I'm going to go all the way around the card doing that exact same thing. So I can cut out the middle and then I can use this middle for a bunch of other projects, little things, big, whatever. It just, to me, it's a waste to have that on there when I'm going to hide it. I like getting the most out of my, out of my supplies. And I happen to use a lot of this foil. So I definitely, I want to be able to stretch it as far as it will go. So it doesn't matter if it's nice or not. Like I said, I'm going to be using it for other projects. I just wanted to get that out of there so that I have more that I can use. And then we're going to go ahead and, oh my God, I did not just do that. Actually, it'll be okay, right? Yeah, it'll get covered up. Normally, I'm really good about that. I don't like to put layers on the underneath. I like to put it on the top panel and put it down. So that way you don't have to worry about the adhesive showing through. And, whew, okay, we're still good. And we're not going to have a lot of adhesive show through on there. All right, now through the magic of video, I've got the other 2 pieces already mounted for us. So we're just going to put those on the card base. And again, measurements for those are on the PDF. So I got this. Oh my gosh, right? It's so pretty. I love the paper. I love Pool Party. I don't know if you guys are a fan of Pool Party, but it is up there with one of my favorite colors, which changes on a regular basis. Can I just say it just depends on maybe what project I'm working on, what's my favorite color at the moment, because I feel it's mean to ask somebody to pick just one, right? You know what I'm saying? Okay, so now we can put that insert in the middle. We don't want to do that before we put the card pieces, you know, the mats on there. Okay, so back to this piece that has adhesive on it. Remember, we squash it, we put adhesive on these two, and then I'm going to pinch it. So adhesive on this side, and put it right in the middle. And then close. There. So we've got our pop-up. It's ready to go. Just want to give you a quick little look down here so you can kind of see it. And then when we close it, it's going to close flat. These fit in a normal size envelope, which is just another reason why this design is fantastic. Okay, next we're going to go with our squares. So for the squares and this particular card, let's see what I got going on here. I've pre-cut these. And again, measurements are on the PDF. I use the Stylish Shapes dies. So what I did was I took, and I didn't write down which one, but I did write down the dimensions in case you don't have these dies. So it looks like third from the largest for the bottom layer, which is like 1 7/8, I believe. And then I cut this to go right on top of that. And I'm going to hold it up just so you can see them because I feel like they're maybe a little too far away. It's literally just going to kind of layer on top and add a little pop of dimension. Now, if you are going to mail this in the mail, I would say you maybe don't want to use the dimensionals there, or if it's too puffy, they do charge you extra. And then this is the size down of the Stylish Shapes dies. So I have 4 pieces on here. You don't need 4 pieces if you don't want to have, do that many, but this is what I liked. And this designer series paper is from the Subtles. There's like it's the Subtles collection. So there's like an assortment of all the different Subtles in our collection, and Pool Party is a Subtle. So it is Pool Party, and it's got stripes. And so I put these 3 pieces together with seal adhesive, and then I'm going to put this last one on with Stampin' Dimensionals because I liked the added little pop, but again, that's totally up to you. It doesn't have to be done that way. That's a beautiful thing about, the activity is that you do it your way, right? So now we've got our square. It looks like that, and you want 3 of them. So we've got 3 here. Again, we're gonna, I'm gonna make sure that my stripes are all going in the same direction. I mean, it doesn't matter if they're horizontal or vertical. I just want them all to be in the same direction. So then I'm going to put adhesive on the back of half. Remember, just half, because we don't want it to seal our card together. And we're gonna stick that on. You can see why when I did it on the bright colors, it's easier to see the line up there. It's kind of harder because I intentionally did it to match the card base, so they there. So you can see they line up perfectly there. And this last one, put adhesive, and then we're gonna stick that. Actually, let's go down here. I think you're gonna see this a little bit better this way. So I've got adhesive right there. We're gonna stick it right on here. There. So when we close it, open, and that's it. That's all there is to the card. And I mean, most of that was just decorating it. So next, I'm taking some die cuts. Maybe you guys can help me with which ones you think which ones you want to put on here. If this was your card, you tell me which ones. These are all from that Wildflower birthday designer series paper. All of these die cuts. I just wasn't sure. I wanted to do it a little bit different than the original, but I wasn't sure exactly which ones I wanted to use. So I don't know. What do you guys think here? Balloons. We got balloons. We got flowers or cake. And while you guys are deciding which one of those, I'm going to put some flowers on the front. So I'm gonna go with some, let's see, dimensionals. It's as easy as it looks, Susan. I promise. Oh, we got balloons, flowers, cake, and some flowers. Somebody's hungry. We'll put some flowers. Let's put one flower on the front, and maybe we'll go flat. And balloons, balloons, cake. Oh, there's a tie going on here. All right. Might have to go eeny, meeny, miny, mo. So I'm just kind of sticking those on there. And I really just, I don't know. You can put whatever, however many you want on there. One thing about these die cuts, and what I normally do when I get the pack, I'm putting a leaf in there, is that I punch out all the die cuts and I stick them in. We sell these clear envelopes, like you can actually mail in these. You can mail your little cards in these clear envelopes, and I stick them all in there. So when I go to work with it, I can spread them out like this and look at them all and see what I've got on there. Oh, balloons, balloons, cake. Oh, this is a tough one. All right, I think we're gonna go with balloons. There was a big tie going on there. The cake is definitely making me hungry, but let's do balloons. Okay, so we'll save the rest of these for another card. And this just, again, just punched out of that designer series paper. No cutting or anything needed. And I'm gonna put some adhesive on the back, and we're gonna have the, oh, look at how cute those look. And they're just gonna be kind of flying right up on the back of the card there. So we've got flowers and balloons. You requested flowers and balloons, so we got both of that on there. And then so for the words, again, these are from the greet. If you guys weren't here in the beginning, I've got all ephemera pack is what I'm using for words. These are fantastic, fantastic. Like there's 3 sheets here. There's 2 with white backgrounds with black, and they're die cuts, so they pop out. They're already pre-shaped and everything. And there's one that's black with white words. I'm addicted to them because they make life super easy. So I took the XO. That could actually go for a lot of occasions, right? That could be a sympathy card. It could be an anniversary card. It could be a birthday card. That kind of goes for many different occasions. I'm going to put that right there. Oh, so cute. And then, of course, it's not fully done until we've got some bling, right? You know what I'm saying? So let's add a little bit of these. We've got some matching here with the party dots. Add a little bit of pink to the flowers. And maybe a little bit of blue, and then let's see, maybe a little bit of this peach on the inside. And then what do you think? Maybe a blue one on there too with the balloon. There we go. What do you guys think? Right, and it's as easy to make as that looked. It really was. And this is the Wildflower Celebrations Designer Series paper is what I used. And here are my other, I did them in different colors. So the pretty in pink, this one. Okay, so this is why when I said use the Seal Plus, not the regular seal, this is why. Because it has a lot of movement, and this one I clearly cheated on. And so you want to make sure that it doesn't do that. So use a stronger adhesive. Do as I say, not as I do, right? Right? And it's as easy as it looks, I promise you. All right, so as promised as well, I have a lot of samples to share with you. And if you are popping on late, I do want to share this because I've been asked, I can't even tell you how many times this week after I said this was the drop deadline to order the birthday celebration Cardapalooza. It is done with the same paper and products that I used for these cards today. It is, I'm opening up again just until Sunday. So if you missed out until Sunday, and the details for that are on my blog as well. When you click on the blog post, plus you want to go there for the blog hop. It's blog hop day. And it is also, there's a giveaway over there. Click the link in the video's description, or go to stampwithtami.com. Okay, Lynn is asking a good question. She says, where can you sign the card? Very good question. Let's pop down and take a look at the options that we have here. In my particular sample and most of my samples, I didn't put a white space in here, but you can either put it in here. You can make, instead of designer series paper, you can put white space here, or you can put a white panel on the back or just write on the back as is. So you've got options there on where you want to write and sign the card. Okay, so I want to share my inspiration, and this is from my friend Judy McCauley. She sent me this card this week, which was ironic because I had just started working on the pop-up Z-folds, and she sent me a pop-up Z-fold card. I'm like, oh my gosh, what are the chances, right? So anyways, I'm citing her as my inspiration, and this was her card. So you can see here, instead of doing the 3 squares, she did a little different, just adding some rectangles in there instead of the squares. So you can see there's different ways that you can do it, but it's all the same. See that little pop-up in there? That's it. It's all done the same way, just different shapes is all there is. All there is to it. So that was the beautiful butterflies that she used on that one. Okay, sample. The next one up this is from Lily Pond Lane. And this one I used designer series paper for the ducks, and then there's a stamp set that matches it. I took the happy birthday from the stamp set. So I kind of made it so we've got a scene in the background. The ducks are swimming around in the background, and then we've got some little ducklings. I almost feel like they're crossing the road here to get from one pond to the other, and then Mama and Papa Duck are on the top there. So that one, Lily Pond Lane. And then, not to be outdone by the ducks, but still going in the water here. Otters. No, this one instead of squares. I still use the same stylish shapes dies, but I did circles instead of squares. So you are utterly amazing. This is utterly amazing. There's a suite and the designer series paper. So I actually cut out the otters from the paper to make them like they're swimming in the water there. So we've got 2 little aqua water scenes there. And if you haven't seen this one's already on my blog here. This is from the otters. I just, some other ideas with it. This is, you can go, if you go on my blog, Google Otterly Amazing, and that will pop up. Okay, still going with the water theme here. We've got Friends of the Ocean. I promise there's more than just water in here, but right, how cute are these? So this one, I use the designer series paper as well. And I cut it. And again, when I get the tutorial going, I'll share how I cut these, but I cut them so that, can you see them there? So that they're cut with the stylish shapes, but then it's almost like 3D, like they're popping right out of the frame there. We've got the claws of the lobster. And then I've got some of that, I don't know if that's showing up on the video, but this is the sparkle paper. It's glimmer paper. It's actually ombre glimmer paper. I don't know if the camera's picking that up or not, but thankful for you. Yeah, I gotta hear. You guys gotta let me know which ones you like the best, because I always like to see, what you think is the best. Next, I've got 2 that I did with mixed media florals. This suite, the mixed media floral suite, is one that I have just been like, everything you make with it is gorgeous. And it's like, you don't have to put a lot of effort into it. So it's one that I really have been loving playing with lately. And this front card, So Much Love, there's a Memories and More kit, like an ephemera pack that you can buy. It's a card pack. And that's just one of the cards. I literally just put the card on the front, and this is designer series paper, and it matches. You can see how the flower theme kind of just rolls right through the whole card. So cool. And then this is another one from the same suite, done with the squares. And I use the same Greetings for All ephemera pack for the words on that one. I love the petal pink and black on the paper. I love them all. Oh, come on. Shucks. And if you guys, just a couple more from that mixed media floral suite. This was one I shared recently. And this was the double gatefold pop-out card. And I just have a tutorial on my blog now sharing how I did it. I stamped and colored these and how I matched them so you can see how they kind of flow. The design and the pattern flows. And then this is another one. This was a diagonal fun fold. So really, really pretty sweet. Okay, now jumping into some brand new products, because I got these and I really wanted to play with them. So this is one coming out in the new online exclusives on March 4th, but these are available now if you're a demonstrator or in demonstrator kit. This is called Framed Scenes. So I colored this with Stampin' Blend markers, and the whole the die set here has this frame. You see, it's got texture to it. A little fun on that. So I made it. I stayed with the kind of the treehouse wooden theme there, and also coming out on March 2nd. I'm sorry, March 4th. In that online, these are online exclusives that are coming out. This is from the Peekaboo Forest. And this one, another treehouse theme I was thinking when I was putting it together. And this one, I took the little critters. I've got a porcupine and a raccoon in there, a little blue jay. My little blue jay's stuck. There we go. And again, it's kind of like they're popping out of a little tree here. All right, next up, one of my favorite kits right here. And this one is Expressions in Kindness. This is from the Kits collection. And I've got a whole slew of these. In fact, I'll share a couple more just because I did a lot of alternates with this because I think it is just a stunning, stunning card kit. And I love repurposing kits. So this was one of the repurposed kits that I did there from the Expressions in Kindness. I actually have, this is the kit. The kit itself makes some cards. You can get this in my online store. I'll just share them really quickly. These are the cards that the kit makes. It has matching envelopes. It's really pretty. It's really pretty right out of the box. But then this is, let's see which way it goes here. This was the double gatefold pop out done with that same kit. Just repurposed the pieces from the kit. And then I took the beautiful butterfly, and it's like he's 3D, right? Popping right on. I paired it with that beautiful butterfly, and I have tutorials for all the rest of these cards, and I will have this one coming soon already on my blog. If you Google Expressions in Kindness, you're going to get a bunch of tutorials for these cards that I'm sharing, the extra cards. It is gorgeous. Stunner of a kit. Highly recommend. And last but not least, this is another one that's been super, super popular. And it is, oh, thanks you guys. I'm glad that you're loving them. So this one is Delightful Wishes. This is a suite, and I didn't bring down the rest of the pieces of the suite, but you can see them all on the card. I used the designer series paper here. And should I save it? Delightful Wishes. I don't remember the name of the suite, is similar. So I use the paper here, and I use the stamp set for the words. So the papers, there's two papers that match this suite, and I did it in yellow and blue gingham. And one is a regular designer series pattern paper pack. And I cut the flowers from that. And then we have this, it's called Floral Vellum. It's really pretty. And so I used the floral vellum I used it for the background on this and for the cards on this. And I just backed it with white, and it's hard to see on the video. It doesn't translate as well as in person, but it gives it this special look to it that really is cool. And because I just couldn't stop, I also made Oh, I'm super happy that I inspired you, Sandy. Yay. I couldn't stop, so I made a little box to go with them. Once I got going, I was just rolling there. So I've got a little matching box on that one. And then just because I have some other tutorials for this already on the blog, so if you want to see some more, I'll have tutorials for this coming soon. These are coming soon again. They do take a while. Okay, so Gail is asking PDF on your blog. So PDF for the cards we just made are on the blog now. PDF for everything I'm sharing after all these bonus cards will be coming soon. Like I said, they take a long time to write, and I just wanted to get the video out. I didn't want to take 2 weeks to get it out to you guys, so I will be rolling as we go, but these will be coming soon. This is the double gatefold. It's already on the blog, so you can download the tutorial if you just go on my blog and either do double gatefold pop out or type Delightful Wishes into the search, you will get the instructions for this. You will get the instructions for this circle. This is a circle wreath card. And these two cards that I made as well. And I was talking about the vellum that here you can see the vellum. It's like it's really cool. It's really fun. So that just you know kind of shows you the vellum there. All right. So I hope that you have enjoyed these projects and are inspired. I always love to hear your favorites, so definitely pop them down there in the descriptions. And I will be back, probably 2 weeks, I'll be back with a new class. But all of these extras that I've been sharing at the end for inspiration, be looking for those tutorials over the next couple of weeks. A couple of things that are happening, celebrations ending, just an FYI. There's just less than, maybe it's the 20th, right? We've got maybe a little over a week left. It ends on the 28th. And that demo kit special, like those two that I shared that were coming out March 4th, you can get those in a demonstrator kit now. It's a really great deal. It ends on March 28th, so I highly recommend it. And oh, there was one more thing I wanted to share with you guys before I pop off. Don't pop off yet. I knew I wanted to share one more thing. So these are class to goes that I put together, Create and Craft class to goes. And there was one more that I wanted to share with you, and it's the Nature's Painting, because I feel like this is an absolutely stunning kit. This is, so it's a kit, and it comes with watercolor pencils. It comes with the water pen, the glue, the pearls, and then the kit. This is like a coloring book of watercolor paper filled with all of these patterns. And then I've got instructions for how to make all of these cards. I'm not going to go through all of them, but just so you can see, using the watercolor pencils and the water brush. I know some of you have already ordered this, but this is available now, as well as the other ones I shared, the birthday one and some of the other ones. But these I really just wanted to share because I am in love with this Nature's Painting kit. It's in the kits collection, but the class to go gives you all the bonuses, including the instructions, the bonus adhesive, pearls, and you get the cardstock, and it's enough to make 12 cards. So it comes with all the kit. The class to go comes with all of that. So I did want to share that before I popped off. All right. So I will look forward to sharing the rest of this series with you guys. And I am looking forward to I've got a few other things up my sleeve over the next couple of weeks. So stay tuned to the Stamp with Tami blog. And I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. Thank you so much for joining me today.